Why now? Out of nowhere, I mean, maybe not out of nowhere, right when XRP is getting hot, real hot, right when they know XRP is about to be unleashed. Then someone who is actually serious business comes in with this whole XRP buyback thing. Again, now this is their first time that I know that they're doing it, but others have done it before, tried to propose this. But I looked into this company. At first, I was just going to brush it off, like GAM Investments. I'm like, is this real? Is this serious business? I hadn't seen any articles about this. This is my first one I'm seeing about it. So I read it and I say, okay, GAM Investments. Let me just do a little bit of research, dug into them. First question I asked myself was, do they actually have a relationship with SBI? Or is this some random company? The article was something about GAM Investments proposing some massive XRP. This is how they phrased it in the article, a buyback. It just, that's what they were proposing to SBI. All right, so I look into it. And from what I see, they actually have worked with SBI multiple times on a few things. Let me see if I still have it up here. Bear with me one moment. So look into this yourself, okay? Make sure if you want to take this type of thing seriously, and I'm not saying there's going to be an XRP buyback. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I looked into the seriousness of this, and it seems like this might be a serious company, unless this information is wrong. Could it be wrong? Sure. But it says that GAM Investments, which was established sometime in the 1980s or something like that. I looked it up. This is what the information says. Sometime in the 1980s, they began, and they've worked with SBI multiple times. One time was in 2011 on the SBI GAM Equity Fund. Another time was in 2014 on the GAM, it says SBI GAM Fixed Income Fund. Another time was in 2017 on the SBI GAM Multi-Asset Fund. So if this is real, they've worked together multiples of times. Now, what I didn't see is where they actually propose that. But I mean, I'm supposing maybe if this is all legit, that someone else probably has already provided that information. Some other researcher probably has already looked that up. So now I'm saying to myself, okay, they're making this recommendation to SBI. That's one aspect of it. Do I think that SBI would actually attempt such a thing? I'm going to lean towards no. Is it possible? Yes. Are they super bullish on XRP? Yes. Are they trying to use XRP in a multitude of ways? Yes. My apologies. I had to chop the video probably right here. I had to go handle some business very briefly. Now, I don't remember where I left off, but I believe I left off somewhere with, do I believe SBI would do a buyback? I'm leaning towards no. I think I also said that they're super bullish on XRP. They said they want to find more ways for their clients to make capital for XRP. And also that's where I was. Okay, now I'm remembering. So I think that they could do a bullish, an aggressive purchasing spree of XRP, sort of like what other companies have done with Bitcoin. Sure, that's what another article was saying. And I agree with that. Like, that's possible. I think that's different than a buyback. Buyback seems to be the times where it's been employed for other things, a little bit more aggressive and absolute. Is not mostly, I know of government buybacks, which are very aggressive and absolute in certain things. Right. So do I think that they would do that? I'm leaning more towards no. Now, here's the thing about XRP. If someone were to say to me, I'm just being honest, you let me know if you disagree with this. You let me know how you feel. If there was a buyback, are you selling your XRP? If they came to someone like me with what I know, and they said, we want to execute a buyback, which you can't force me. Remember that. You can't force me to sell my XRPs, or you just have to be voluntary. It's not like governmental buybacks where it's just like certain things, certain amendments, and then it's not really voluntary. It's like, yeah, you better give that up, because if not, there's going to be a problem. It's not like that. It wouldn't be like that, right? People would have to voluntarily sell their XRP, correct? If that's the case, and you're coming to someone like me and you're telling me, hey, we want to buy your XRP at this particular price, in my humble opinion, there's no way you're buying my XRP at that price if you don't think it's more valuable than that. So I wouldn't sell it. Yeah, I'd take the chance. I would take the chance and just hold it. If they want to buy it at that price, it must be more valuable than that price. So why don't I just wait until it goes to that price? And the circumstances of what's making it bullish have nothing to do with your buyback or your company. Very little. I mean, you got some corridors here and there, but we're talking interbank payments. That's different. We're talking about the small, medium-sized banks using it. That's different. We're talking about real-world asset tokenization. That's outside of you. Most of the major catalysts are outside of you. So with or without you, this XRP thing is super bullish. So if you're going to come to me and say, I'm going to buy your XRP, I'm probably going to say no. No, I'm going to hold. I'll wait. I'll take the chance. That's just me. I'm not saying other people should do it. I'm not saying you should do it. This is not any type of advice. This is just a man speaking to you. That's it. You get it? Not financial advice. All right. But I'd probably tell him no. I'm dead serious. I'm a serious individual, folks. I like to joke around, have some fun. Sure. When I talk about stuff like this, I'm dead serious. Nobody's moving me. No. So, I mean, and I think in a way SBI would, I think that SBI would know that. I do. They have some of the best researchers, analysts, and I think that they would be privy to the fact that they will make a lot of people bullish, more bullish than before. If they wanted to do a buyback on XRP, lots of people are just like me. Yeah, they're not loud, right? We're not the majority, but we're here, and we're going to say, "Whoa, wait a minute, this is very bullish," and they're going to hold it, and that could be a foil in that whole buyback plan, right? You just made everybody that much more bullish. Now, you couldn't pry that XRP out of some people's hands with a crowbar if that were to happen, because then they say to themselves, "Wait a minute." The catalysts that are making you so bullish that you want to do this so-called buyback, which the terminology buyback, I always had took umbrage to, because you can't buy back something you never had. You didn't have my XRP, but I get how the verbiage is used. So yeah, you couldn't pry XRP out of some people's hands with a crowbar. Not only that, I'm gonna tell you what, you probably, not with the majority of people, you probably are going to incentivize some people to buy some more. Because they know most of the catalysts. If I didn't say this in that last clip, as I now have to remember what I was saying because I had to chop the video here and go run and do some things. But most people are going to know that most of the major catalysts are outside of you. You don't control that. You don't control that. And so with or without you is bullish. And so you'll probably incentivize them to buy some more. Yeah. Because remember, here's the thing also. It's not just regular people into XRP now. Not to mention, not to leave out the variable, there's a lot of people that came back into XRP. There's a lot of newcomers to XRP as well. No, there's a lot of companies looking at XRP. There's a lot of companies buying XRP. There's a lot of companies buying XRP via proxy. And that is, many theorize, and a lot of article writers, this is what they do. They crunch those numbers. They're looking at these purchases going to certain wallets as things like that. I mean, even amidst all the selling that has gone on, but that was typical. We knew there was going to be a dip with Bitcoin and XRP in the market. We knew there was going to be a dip. And I told people there could be I don't even consider this a significant dip, but it could get significant. But so what? It doesn't change the bullish nature of crypto when people start buying, when a company start buying buying the dips like they've continued to do and it comes back up. But whatever, we knew it was going to come down. Even with that, you look at those purchases, you can tell that they're companies. You don't have to agree with me, but if you look at those sizable purchases where there's a multitude of them, no regular person has to buy XRP that way. Multitude. You could tell it's a company or a multitude of companies trying to buy XRP and trade XRP in these certain amounts where they think it's going to fly under the radar. Now, the reason that they get caught a lot of the times, in my humble opinion, is just sheer arrogance. They're so arrogant that they believe that they're better than everybody else, smarter than everybody else, which is a mistake, because a lot of these old legacy system companies, you want to be real, for a long time, they haven't employed the most brilliant minds. This is why a lot of the startups are the ones in the colleges scooping up the most brilliant minds. So why they would feel that they would be able to outsmart a lot of individuals who are, by IQ standard, at a genius level, I don't know why they would think they could do that. And there's a lot of people out here that have a very high IQ, and we figure these things out. So I think that just arrogance is why they get caught. And so they do get caught. So yeah, those companies would buy more. And I think that So I think that's the scenario there. No, I would not sell my XRP to these people. Not at all. They're not getting my XRP. Like, if you want to sell your XRP, you could do that. Just do whatever you want. I'm not that kind of channel. I want to make that very clear. You do what you want with your stuff. I'm just a research channel. I provide some information and things that I find, etc. But personally, I'm not selling. I know when I want to, if I want to sell my XRP, I know when that would be in the future. When I say I'm long-term, I'm for real long-term. That doesn't mean that you have to be that way. I have other things that are short-term. So there's a balance to everything that I do. Some things long-term like XRP. There's some things that are short-term like sort of like Bitcoin, right? And other assets that I have that I move stuff all the time. But it's not anything that's a utility coin, not for me. But I move stuff all the time. I sell stuff, but it's not anything that's a bank coin, right? So, but that's just my way. That's just my way, right? I'm just giving a little bit of context, a little bit of substance, a little bit of example. So now I'm going to leave that there. We'll see what happens. So yeah, so GAM Investments actually was a serious company making a serious proposal. But like I said, that's the one thing I couldn't find. I could find a relationship between GAM and SBI. I didn't find where this proposal thing is coming from. But once again, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Someone else probably reported on it. If it's legit, look into that yourself. But since this is going to probably be something that occurs once again, where other companies, other people propose a buyback, etc. I just thought it would be interesting and important to look into. Is it serious or not? Are these serious companies or not? Have they worked together before or not? And yes, on most of those things. Just missing that wherever the proposal is, it'll pop up later. So now let's go on to a little bit of Bitcoin news. My apologies. I hope that I conveyed everything clearly in that segment, even though it was broken up by activities a little bit. So now, El Salvador makes Bitcoin payments voluntary in $1.4 billion IMF loan deal. El Salvador struck a loan deal with the IMF in which it will make Bitcoin acceptance voluntary and roll back government involvement in Bitcoin related projects. That's good. Yeah. Listen, the people should be first. The people should benefit. The people have served these higher ups, from their kings and their queens. No, from their pharaohs to their kings and their queens to their presidents and congressmen for too long. The people need to start benefiting. You agree with that, or you think not? You think you should benefit the most out of all of this? I think so. I think we should benefit the people. So I like that. I respect that about El Salvador. El Salvador is set to make merchant acceptance of Bitcoin voluntary, unwind its involvement in its little used Chivo wallet, and make public sector engagement of Bitcoin related economic activity, quote, confined, unquote, as part of the $1.4 billion loan deal with the International Monetary Fund. The Central American nation will get $1.4 billion from the IMF over the next 40 months after agreeing to measures aimed at dropping its debt to GDP ratio, the global lender said in a December 18th statement. All right. So listen, man, they're doing a great job out there. They were one of the earlier countries that gave Bitcoin a chance. Very bold, very brave, as people from El Salvador tend to be. So now, more Bitcoin news. Double-digit drop in Bitcoin profit-taking metric. Hence, it's ready to rally. This was released yesterday. Okay, so we've seen a little bit more drop in Bitcoin. At least last I looked today, it was down a little bit more. I don't know where it is right now, but this is what they're saying. But it doesn't negate from whatever the metrics are that they're about to unveil. So that's what's going to be important. Sorry, I have a little air in my chest. When I talk for a long time, I get this air stuck in my chest. That happened to anybody else out there? Am I the only one? Bitcoin investors realize profits as Bitcoin price hits new all-time highs throughout November. Right? Because I know as soon as I said all-time highs, I've seen this before. People jump immediately in the comment section and they're like, there's not an all-time high right now. Bitcoin has dipped. They said in November. Let me get through the sentences. We're going to get there. All right. Just read an article. Not going to try to lead you astray or anything like that. All right. Mistakes can be made, but this ain't one of them. Now, this isn't one of them. Let me correct myself there. I said this ain't one of them. And I'm going to tell you right now, my grandmother popped in my head and she was a teacher. And she was like, Mick, this isn't. It's not. Ain't. I'm telling Grandma, I'm going to correct you. I'm telling you. Grandma is going to keep you on the right track. She was serious business. So yeah, let me say isn't. Now that the metric has reset, new highs could be in store. Bitcoin's price dropped below $105,000 after making a new all-time high of $108,365 on December 17th. The short-term drop occurred ahead of United States Federal Reserve interest rate. Of course, the Fed. Oh, the Fed. The market anticipates a 25 basis point cut. I'm almost done that members only video. Don't worry about it. I'm dropping it either tonight or tomorrow. Oh, I've been putting in some work. See, when it's something new and potent, you have to look into it deeply. Anyway, Bitcoin registered a surprising return of 37%. Don't forget to check the members only post that I post also, right? Those are for a reason. They're potent. Bitcoin registered a surprising return of 37% in November 2024. Why do they say stuff like that all the time? I know that. I think you know. Do you know that, right? Do you feel like they preach to the choir a lot in these articles? I think they really feel like they're always getting somebody new in the door. I don't even feel that way. Like, I know I get some new subs here sometimes here and there. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just coast. Article writers, I think, need to write like that. Like, sometimes you just know your audience knows. Let's get to the stuff that they don't know. All right. So now it says, as illustrated in the chart, the profit realized. Somebody out there's like, Mick, your stuff coasts, but the article writers, they're always getting new subs and viewers. All right. What people say, it always goes in my head, like the stuff I've seen in the comment section, how people reply. It just does. I'm telling you. So I think about that sometimes when I'm speaking. Sometimes I speak on it. Sometimes I don't. As illustrated in the chart, the profit realized by long-term holders dropped from $10 billion on November 25th to $3 billion on December the 14th, even though Bitcoin's prices rallied 12% during that time period, the analyst added. Quote, this means that LTH long-term holders has realized most of its profits at this stage and is ready to see further increases. All right, unquote. It says, additionally, with the help of a 90-day market versus realized price gradient oscillator chart, Percival explained that the index is an equilibrium zone of 0.5, which indicates a neutral position between buyers and sellers. A strong balance between the two sides demonstrates the potential for an upward phase, quote unquote, as the crypto asset is neither overbought nor oversold. Despite the positive development of decreased profit taking and a neutral trend, it is important to note that Coinbase premium has been falling since the beginning of December. Yancey Dent, a pseudonymous crypto trader, highlighted that over the past 2 weeks, the premium has been on a, quote, notable decline with respect to Bitcoin prices. I will say this is a thorough article. My goodness. Started off a little bit, but very good. The inverse correlation suggests that Bitcoin's rally was not supported by demand from U.S. investors. The analyst added, quote, it could indicate underlying weakness in medium-term upward momentum. Investors should remain cautious and monitor this development closely, unquote. All right now. So let's go here. Let's see. I have a lot of articles actually today. I'm surprised. We have a tokenized treasury article here, which in my humble opinion is very much related to the bank coins, since a lot of them have done things like this already. But you know what? Let's skip that one. Let's go here. There's something about BlackRock. Here we go. Okay. I like to get to that because BlackRock indicates a lot to me. They show me many things. This article is titled BlackRock's New Bitcoin Ad. Wait. Ad is a monumental paradigm shift. The Overton window has officially shifted and Bitcoin is going mainstream. I disagree with it. I disagree with that being attributed to BlackRock doing what they're doing. When you see it on all of these mainstream sites, and I have to start actually monitoring that a little bit more. Usually, look, people update me all the time. I got people close to me update me on those things. So I really don't partake in the mainstream often, but they do. And they come to me, they say, Mick, this is what's going on. And some of them, they're like specialists in commodities, right? And other things. That's what they do. And they come to me and say, Mick, this is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm seeing. They'll watch the CNNs, the Foxes, the MSNBCs. I don't watch that stuff. I don't even watch TV. So they'll let me know if there's a big push going on in the mainstream with crypto and Bitcoin. I haven't heard of that yet. But like I said, I got to reach out to some people and see, what they've heard, get their perspective on it. But I just personally, I haven't seen a massive push where they're undoing the conditioning and they're making it really felt that Bitcoin is the way. I think that you will see that with the utility coins at some point when you have all of these banks and institutions using them. Yes, but that's in the future. Right now, I'm not so sure. What do you think? Am I wrong? Have you seen different? Let me know. Talk to me. Let me know. So this article continues, says yesterday, BlackRock released a new video aimed at educating people interested in Bitcoin on the asset class. And that's another problem that I just thought of when I read that. A lot of people don't like BlackRock. They think BlackRock is not good. I'm just saying as respectfully as I can. They do not like them. They think they're bad. So this is not going to help a lot of people. And that's a lot of people feel that way. And then the people that don't think that BlackRock is tied up in nefarious activities, they just don't like BlackRock. Some other people, not everybody. Some people love BlackRock, I'm going to assume. But others don't like it just because they don't like these large institutions that have been dominating everything and don't give those without as much power and capital to play with a chance. They just don't like them because of that, I'm sure you've seen that crowd before, heard that crowd before. But anyway, let's continue on with this and what's going on here. It says the video is quite good. So they released some kind of ad. This video is quite good, honestly. I think they took inspiration from Saifedean Amm's book, quote unquote, the quote Bitcoin Standard, unquote, which discusses the history of money from the beginning of time and how it has changed and evolved throughout history. Once again, I don't know how far that's going to go. It has to come from another source that the people actually respect. So seeing this type of educational Bitcoin content from a $11.5 trillion asset manager is something I think will really resonate with their target audiences. Okay, if you're saying their target audience. Listen, let me tell you something about I don't know if it's changed over the years. You tell me if it's changed. When it comes to big money entities, their targets, they get to directly. In every industry I've been in, it's like that. They get to them directly. They want to reach out to these people. Boom, they're going to reach out to their people, their representatives, their lawyers, their agents, their publicists, their whatever representative of their company. Everybody has somebody representing them, right? You got to go through first. So I don't know that a video ad is for their target audience. I just don't. You think that $11.5 trillion asset manager, that their target audience is going to do? I mean, tell me, you think their target audience is going to be reached through a video ad? Their target audience is watching TV or something, or watching, the internet without, how you buy those things where there's no ads at all. I think YouTube has ones like premium or something. And then you can, Amazon Prime has that also. Like now they're running ads, but you can pay a little bit and you see no ads. Those people probably have everything with no ads. No ads. I mean, am I reaching here? Am I snapping? Am I tweaking? Like the youth say? I hear the youth say that all the time. She's tweaking. Not to me, but I've just heard them say that. You tell me. You tell me. I don't think so. We'll see. We shall see. I'm absorbing information. I'm hearing it. I'm seeing it. I'm trying to stay neutral, but I'm thinking. I'm using my deductive reasoning. I'm using my experience, and we'll see. I think it's going to take more than this to say that we're getting that real mainstream push. You'll see it everywhere when it's ready. When it's time, you're going to see it everywhere. So now let's move on here. A little bit of Solana news. I am not sure how long this video is now. My goodness, I probably went over the time. And there is a time, at least for my videos, that seem like they do the best. So that's why I try to keep it at a certain length now. Solana DApp revenue reaches $365 million in November. In November 2024, led by meme coins. Despite the controversy faced by the platform, Pump.Fund earned $106 million in DApp revenue in November. And I think that Solana's success is going to continue. It's winning in so many ways. People love to build on it. People love to use it. It is quick. I've used it also. It is fast. And a lot of big institutions are backing Solana. I think they're going to continue to win. I do. I think there's much higher it can go in the future. Once again, not financial advice, just my humble opinion. Solana's decentralized application dApps surged in November, driven by meme coin launchpad Pump.Fund and the blockchain's decentralized finance ecosystem. Research platform Syndica reported that Solana-based dApps had revenues of $365 million in November. Then they go into that whole Pump.Fund thing again. Then they mention it again. They keep mentioning $106 million. I don't know why. Are there people writing these articles still? Are they dabbling in AI or something like that? I don't know. You tell me. I question it sometimes. In response, the meme coin launchpad halted its live streaming feature indefinitely, promising to work toward implementing a better system of moderation. A week after the platform halted its live streams, its weekly revenue dropped by 66%. All right, well, let's see here. Wait. Shared by its community via a live. I didn't even know Pump.Fund had a live streaming feature, but then again, I don't know much about it. I don't. I've heard of it in like some articles when the whole meme coin stuff started popping off, but I thought it was just like one of those meme coin generators that probably look basic or something like that and operate with a very basic function like all the other ones. I didn't know had a live streaming function. Oh, okay. So you learn something new every day. Other top contributors to Solana's dApp revenue included the token discovery platform Photon and decentralized exchange Radium. All right, so now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.